came to this strange world hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear, finding myself making every possible mistake.
If I hadn't been doing the 100-day challenge and sort of charting all of this, I wouldn't have been able to look back at it and focus as much on my successes and go, wow, has this been an amazing, in 2008 for me.
Day 100, you actually celebrate and acknowledge all the results that you're getting. So, because life goes by, and we do so many amazing things. And then, as soon as it's done, it goes away. But at the end of the 100 days, you're like, wow, did I accomplish all this? And you're amazed, you're like, oh, I'm continuing doing this. Yeah. So then you end up like me, season 8. And it's, I'm on season 8. And I just do them back to back because they work so well.
Another important step is to not beat yourself up if you don't do those things, because that's just going to spiral you down. So, let yourself be okay with those little slip-ups, and because they're not slip-ups, they're there for a reason as well. So it's important to just allow yourself to be.
It's interesting, too, to see how your goals and desires change as you do manifest them and you say, you know what, I thought this was it. And now I want just, to be more connected, or to be, in the beginning, and this is when we were at our first meeting in January, when we had some, what was that called? We had a group of people from from Oregon and Maryland and
Australia.
People. Yeah, and we had, that was like the first one that I had been a part of. And we were all joking about how we were like set these goals, and we're like, yeah, I'm going to manifest a Bentley and, all these really big materialistic things. And what has kind of transpired is it really becomes more about you cultivating your spirit and what makes you happy, the simple things, the connection that you have to yourself, being in the now, I guess. So that was interesting to me, because mine was very material oriented in the beginning, and it's really kind of shifted as I'm closing in on 100 days. So it's kind of interesting.
The first one is the hardest, because I must have recorded myself doing it over and over, like at least 25 times. And I was like, you look like a putz, you need to redo that. How are you speaking like that? People are going to think you're crazy. But then after you post that first video and you get the responses from everybody in the community, it's so uplifting that next time you go to record the video, it gets easier, and then you get responses. And then you're just busting at the seams to be like, oh my gosh, this just happened. And it's just like you're speaking to the community now, and not the just yourself. So it really encourages you to keep going. And when I first set my intentions, I'm not so focused on the actual goal of the intention. It's more about the journey and what I find out about myself. And every morning I wake up and I meditate and I think, what can I do today to bring me closer and more in alignment with the things that I've chosen in the beginning as my intentions? And when you take a step from that, instead of oh, what can I do today? There's so many different possibilities. They're endless. But when you go from what you want and what you're looking for, the outcome is really amazing, and you just attract things that are way beyond your vision or anything you could have ever imagined.
So my question is, I understand there's a few of us who haven't started yet. My question is, when we go in and sign up, are we able to see other people's videos and interact with other people prior to us doing our goals, setting our goals? So we have an idea of what everyone else is doing.
Absolutely, yeah.
You actually go to cocreatingourreality.com, and then you sign up there, and then you can start commenting, and you can see videos and blogs, and every day the homepage. So when you enter the website, you see new blogs coming in, and people are on their season 1, some people on season 4, and they're just sharing that what's happening for them on their challenge. And you can also see videos. You have a tab for videos. You have a tab for blogs. You can just check profiles. You can check the members and where they're from around the world. There's 75 countries doing it. We just recently brought all the people from around the world on this website, so that's very new. And I think we're over 550, nearly 600 on the site. But there is actually on the back end that I can see there's 3,600 people sign up. There's just not everybody yet has stepped in, because it takes courage, to really make things happen like that at that level, because it will work. So some people are scared about that. We're just afraid of how great we can be. And what's great is that it's just a very smooth and very gentle process. And you can just go at your own speed, you know, you don't need to be afraid. And it's just stepping out there and saying, okay, I know there's something else there. I know there's more than this. So you can review all the videos, you can comment on them, you can ask participants, you know, you'll create mini groups. You'll just find your own people too, because some people have more affinities with others.
Yeah, just what you had shared, Leilu, about the fears, because I was very afraid to go on YouTube and post myself and share what my desires were. And one of them was manifesting a relationship. And I've been in this relationship for 2 months. That happened during this 100-day with my ladies' love and life. And he has all of the qualities I stated on the video. And what I'm realizing about this is that for me, it's not so much about what the intention is, but the qualities behind the intention. So, you know, that has been so powerful for me. Instead of, you know, just focusing on, you know, I want that and I want this, you know, it's like, well, what is the quality of life that I want? What are, you know, the things that I want to live from, the values. And so that's really what's been coming up in my life. And I think that, I mean, I definitely need to do another update. I haven't done one in a while because it's been a whirlwind romance. So it's like,
Just enjoying life. No, you don't have time.
I don't have time. So, but it's very fun.
But it's important to keep the structure, you know, because most of the time a lot of people has said that, like we had Rob C, rock star, you know, 22-year-old or 25, and it's just everything took off in his life doing the 100-day challenge. And then he started not practicing anymore, and he went out in his life and was just amazed about it, you know, but then he dropped the structure. And the structure is also, you know, doing those practices on a regular basis. That's what is making it working. So you're growing, but then you have to step the bar. And it doesn't mean a lot of work. Like I'm sure a lot of people here, this is a lot of work. It's actually not so much that much work. It's something that you want to do because you're clear that this is something that you really want in your life. So it's effortless, and that's really what we're talking about here. So you just take on whatever you're comfortable with, but you will see as you will go step in the seasons, you'll just want to take even more on because you know how much more fulfillment it brings in your life.